Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Obaseki wanted by Italy's local police for questioning over laundered funds. Edo State Commissioner for Arts, Culture and Tourism, Mr. Osaze Ero, a close ally of Godwin Obaseki, has been languishing in an Italian prison since last year after he was nabbed by the international police over questionable financial dealings centered on illegal ownership, movement of funds presumed to be stolen or diverted. While his arrest and prolonged detainment has been the subject of speculation for weeks, and the Obaseki's administration has refused to offer clarification on why a senior member of his cabinet has remained in jail, instead attempting to distract the public from the matter. JohnMaeki.com has obtained confidential information on the speculations surrounding the arrest of Mr. Osaze and the possible involvement of the state government, specifically Governor Godwin Obaseki, in a corruption scandal that is still unfolding as investigation by foreign agency intensified. According to a tested trust in Italy, who was at the detention center where Mr. Osaze is being held in solitary and refused visitors, the commissioner shot himself on the foot and got caught in the cross line of the Italian police when last year he drew a lavish party in Parma, invited scores of friends and treating them to expensive foods and drinks at a high-profile hotel. The bill at the party, including payment for deluxe rooms, reportedly amounted to 50,000 euros, an estimation of 5.9 million naira, which Mr. Osaze Osonwangi Ero paid instantly using a credit card, raising suspicion and compelling the management of the establishment to run a quick background check on the credit card as part of its regulatory compliance in European countries that complies business owners to report large suspicious transactions to local authority. Trouble began for Mr. Osaze Osonwangi when the background check revealed that the credit card is linked to a bank owned by a white Italian man that bears no surveillance or obvious ties with the Edo commissioner. Suspecting that it may be a case of stolen credit card, a common problem in Europe, the establishment immediately contacted the authorities, who wasted no time in arriving and reminding Mr. Osaze for questioning. While Mr. Osaze Osonwangi Ero was being questioned, the local police speculatively contacted the white man listed as the owner of the bank account to inquire, without informing him of the arrest of Mr. Ero, if his credit card is missing, if he has notified the authority. The transaction on his account, the white man answered in a negative and said that was the first cue for the police, that far from being a case of a stolen card, it may be a coordinated effort to languish funds using a bribed, induced foreign national as cover-up. Italy has recently moved to block loopholes allowing money laundering through its financial system following accusation from other European countries that the country previously served as a coordinate for terrorists and funds transfer, illegal funds transfer, safe haven for illegal funds and for enablement of corruption, especially in developing countries, notoriously for corrupt government, for elected leaders. To shade this image and join the global effort to clamp down on illegal movement of funds, the Italian parliament in 2017 passed a legislation implementing the fourth European Money Laundering Directive 2015/849/EU on the provision of use of financial system for the purpose of money laundering. The provision of the law compels financial institutions and other establishments to, amongst other requirements, identify customers and verify their identity on the basis of documents, details, and information obtained from a reliable and independent source. The reporting suspicious transaction to relevant agencies challenged with the power to arrest and investigate. As part of its clamping down on money laundering, investigatory authorities agencies in Italy found that some corrupt governments often operate foreign accounts owned by indigenous citizens in a sophisticated arrangement that includes the payment of percentage on the sum to those foreign nationals who operate the accounts on behalf of the government or designated official. A deep dive into the account linked with the credit card Mr. Osaze used to foot the bill of nearly 6 million naira at a go affirmed the suspicion, as it was discovered that the Italian investigatory agency has large sums suspected to belong to the Edo state government were moved from Nigeria into the account and further transferred to similar bank accounts in other capital cities in Europe, such as London, making the case an international one. The agency has reportedly written the Edo state government through the Italian embassy requesting the presence of Godwin Obaseki for questioning over the potential crime laundering of funds, as Mr. Osaze, following an agreed, is said to have been helping with the investigation of the international police. There has been no response from the Edo state government. JohnMayeki.com has been liberally liaising and told Governor Godwin Obaseki and a host of other officers of the Edo state government involved in the scandal have deliberately stayed away from Italy, especially abandoning Mr. Osaze Iro to avoid the embarrassment of an immediate arrest and detention for questioning. Mr. Osaze Iro Osawangi could be detained for up to a year, as the agency is presently tracking all other foreign accounts identified in the long chain of uncovered movement of large funds, and until this is concluded, he is likely to be charged to court. Yet, when he is finally brought before a judge, if found guilty, Mr. Osaze could be imprisoned for up to 12 years in accordance with Italian law. Wow. So this is really happening. Remember, please, guys, refer back to my news about about a month ago, about the Edo state government requesting for Mayeki to be arrested. He is presently out of the country studying, doing his master's in one of the countries. I don't want to say for security purpose, for his own safety. He's presently out of the country doing his master's, studying in one of the one of the foreign universities. And the government just sent, police to his parents, to his father's house. His father happened to be one of the royalties in Edo state, demanding and asking that he present his son. And he could not present his son because obviously his son is out of the country. And the reason has now been exposed that, you remember I also gave you news where Edo State Commissioner for Arts, Culture and Tourism was arrested in Europe, and he's still in prison and he's being probed because he's not allowed visitors. The reason is because he went to a lavish party of about 6 million naira and paid with credit card. So what they do is that they arrange with since it's Italy, they arrange with an Italian, a proper, Italian man, born and bred Italian man, they divert funds into his account, yeah, and they give him a percent of the money. And so when they come into Italy, they're able to spend that money and through that able to transfer funds from that account. So that's the new game they do now. It's no longer that money laundering that is being tracked. So this is a web of money laundering. And they've written to the Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, who has not responded. And they cannot go to Italy for as it is now. So a lot is going on. You can see why Oshomole, because he does this as well. He doesn't want the money to go out. They just want to keep it within their circle. I will continue this news later. But wherever you are, please know that there is a lot of debt, a lot of evil going on in the government. That's why you can't kill yourself for them. Go about your daily business and just please speak up for what is right. Speak against evil in the community. Speak against injustice. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can be up to date with all our latest news. This is what is going on right now. Edo State Governor has been written to, but he has not responded. Wow. A lot is going on in Nigeria. Thanks for listening. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.